So if this is Mrs. Haney, who would Mr. Haney be? Who would Mr. Haney be?
Her husband.
Her husband. And so now I get to know Mrs. Haney too. Well, here's the deal. I do have a brand new book to share with you. I've never even read it before. I just got it in the mail, and I'm so excited to see what this book is all about. But before I start, I need to make sure that you're ready. And when I'm in first grade, I make sure there are 5 things that you are showing me that you are ready. The first one would be, first of all, listening eyes. Listening eyes. I can't tell if your ears are working, but when your eyes are on the speaker, then I know your ears are working. So the first thing, listening eyes. So do number 1 with me. 1. Number 2, make sure those ears are working. Number 3, your mouth is off. If someone else is speaking, what is your mouth doing? Off. So we've got 3 things so far. 1, 2, 3. Number 4 would be crisscross legs. Do you say crisscross applesauce? Perfect. Let me check to see. Crisscross. You guys are so good at this. Oh my gosh. Last thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Show me those 5 fingers on each hand. Very quietly put them together in your lap. And now, when I look, I can tell you are ready to hear about this new fantastic book that I bought. Now, this is interesting. The title of this book really hooked me. That means it really grabbed my attention, and I just had to have it. And it's called The Book with No Pictures. Oh man, that's how I felt too. The book with no pictures. Pictures are the best part, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, when I read that title, I knew I had to figure out what was this author trying to tell me. The book with no pictures? Who wants to see what's inside? I know I do. Okay, the book with no pictures. All right, and this is by B.J. Novak. What did you say?
It looks like pages. It says pages, but it doesn't.
Right here? Because pages and pictures will start the same. But watch when I run my finger underneath the word pictures, it matches. Pictures. See how that matches? If I would do that with pages, watch. Pages.
See, like the I says A.
It just wouldn't match, would it? We have to make sure our words match. So anyway, the book with no pictures.
What? Those are pictures. That's a picture.
Are they pictures? Look a little closer.
Ah!
Are they pictures or are they words?
That's the cover.
They could be words, they could be letters.
It's the cover. What's the cover?
This is called the end page. And sometimes, wait just a second. Sometimes authors will give us clues as to what's happening in this story. I spotted a clue. At first I didn't notice it, but then I noticed there's words in a different color.
So,
I'm not sure. I'm going to keep going. The book with no pictures. It's going to be an awful story, I can just tell. This is a book with no pictures. Well, that's true. I don't see any pictures. It might seem like no fun to have someone read you a book with no pictures. Is that true?
yeah.
Seems like no fun. It probably seems boring
Yeah.
and serious.
Yeah. And what's that last one?
This word?
No, the one right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Let me go back and read. It probably seems boring and serious, except here's how books work. Everything the words say, the person reading the book has to say. person reading the book, okay, so I'm the person reading the book, has to say.
Say what? Say who? Say when?
So whatever's written on this page, as the reader, I have to
Say it.
read it. Okay, well that makes sense, right?
What?
So I have to read it, no matter what. Readers have to read what's there, right?
Yeah.
That's the deal. That's the rule. So that means even if the words say blork. Wait, what? Blork? That doesn't even mean anything. Blurf. Wait a second, what? This isn't the kind of book I wanted to read to first graders today. And I have to say every word this book says?
Yeah.
I am a monkey who taught myself to read. Hey, I'm not a monkey.
No, you are. Yeah, you are. No,
Am I a monkey?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Why did I say this then?
You have to read it. The book says.
Oh, the book says it. Wait. And now I'm reading this book with my monkey mouth and my monkey voice. That's not true. I'm not a monkey.
No, you're not a monkey.
Yes, I am a monkey. You read that with me. Yes, I am a monkey. You guys are monkeys too.
I said yes, I am not a monkey.
Also, I am a robot monkey.
What?
What? You know what? I don't know if this is the right book to read to you guys today. Keep going?
Yeah.
And my head is made of blueberry pizza. Wait a second. Blueberry pizza? Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm going to go back and check. And my head is made of blueberry. Did that match?
Yeah.
Pizza. Did that match?
Yeah.
Blueberry pizza. Wait a second. Is this whole book a trick?
Yes.
Can I stop reading, please?
No.
Can I?
No.
And now it's time for me to sing you my favorite song.
You have to.
Do I really have to sing a
Yes. No, you don't. Yeah.
Glug, 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 my face is a bug. Oh, glug, 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 my face is a bug. Now, who's the reader right now, buddy? So stick with us. We're a team. Are you ready? Because on that next page, it says, and still in a song, I can see these notes. That means music. I eat ants for breakfast right off the rug.
What? Wait. What?
This book is ridiculous. Can I stop reading yet?
No.
There are more pages. Oh, I have to read the rest?
Yeah.
My only friend in the whole wide world is a hippo named Boo Boo Butt. And also, oh no, it keeps going, you guys. And also, the kid I'm reading this book to, who would that be? The kid I'm reading this book to, who is that?
Me.
It's your guess. The kid I'm reading this book to is the best kid ever in the history of the entire world?
Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah. Only me.
Oh, really? That word is history. Oh, really? And this kid is the smartest kid too, because this kid chose this book even though it had no pictures. Wait a second, now you didn't choose the book.
Yeah.
I chose the book, but you wanted me to read it. Have we had a picture yet?
No.
So why are you laughing?
Because you like it.
So it's not the pictures that are funny, the words. Now because kids know this is the book that makes grown-ups have to say silly things. Because the rule is you have to read what the author wrote. And make silly sounds like this. Oh no, here it comes. It's making me a little nervous. Blur, oomph, got one, me go, buggity, 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 I, brr, 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 buggity, beep, beep, boop, bop, boo, doggity, ding, face. Oh my goodness. Please don't ever make me read this book again.
We
It
will.
is so silly.
We like it.
In fact, it is completely and utterly preposterous.
What?
Whoa.
We
Preposterous. Wait a second.
awesome.
What does In fact, it is completely and utterly preposterous. So, if they're using the word preposterous, does that mean this book is serious?
No.
Or does it mean it's a bit crazy and wild?
Crazy and wild.
Have you ever been preposterous before?
Yes.
Have you? Stop and think right now. Think of a time you were preposterous. You know what? A time I was preposterous was when I came to first grade and I had to read this crazy book. Turn and tell a friend a time you encountered something preposterous. And first grade, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Perfect. Let me see who's ready. I heard somebody telling me about a time that something preposterous was going on at Action City. Did everybody get a chance to share a time something was preposterous? What about you? Way back in the pink, what was the time you had?
When I ate too many sweets, I bounced all over my dad.
So you could say it was, you were acting crazy, you were bouncing all over your dad, so you could say it was, would it be serious? If she's bouncing all over her dad, would that word make sense there? What word might make sense there? Preposterous. What else, a time that you did? Go ahead, mister.
When I was at Action City,
Mm-hmm. Tell me about Action City. It is crazy there.
I was driving like these go-karts.
Yes.
Bumper cars, I think that's what they're called. Yeah, they're bumper cars. And
Now think who's speaking right now. Where should your eyes be?
I got a little too crazy.
Tell me more. Was it preposterous?
Yeah.
Out of control?
Yeah.
Tell me more. What did you do? Were you like crashing into people with your bumper car and like sending them flying?
No, but the car got out of control.
It did. So you said this
I
was,
couldn't control it anymore.
oh my gosh, so it was crazy and wild. So what was the word again that we said that? Preposterous. And this is what that word looks like. You can say it in parts. Say that part with me. So we've got pros. This is a long word. I have to get it up over here. Ter. S. Holy cow! Do you think you can read that word? Preposterous. So when you go home tonight, you don't have to tell mom and dad about this preposterous story that we read today. Because wait a second.
No picture.
The book with no picture, but wait, oh dear, it's not over yet. So if I remember, I was reading, and I said, let me just go back a page to make sure I'm in the right spot. And while I'm doing that, will you check 5, make sure you're ready? Let me put this marker down. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure I have to keep going. It says, oh my goodness. I'm reading what it says. Please don't ever make me read this book again. It is so silly. In fact, it is completely and utterly
Preposterous.
Next time, please, 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 please choose a book with pictures.
That's
Please?
No.
Because this book is just too ridiculous to read. The end. Bonk. Wait, let me go back. Hold on. The end.
Bonk.
Bonk. I didn't want to say bonk. I didn't want to say that.
Make this more. Read it.
Thank goodness. It's over. That was ridiculous. Wait. 1, 2. This book had no pictures. But it's just words. So wait. Hold on. So do you think the author was trying to tell us that sometimes books with just words can be fun?
Yeah.
Maybe. I wonder what else he was trying to tell us. He did say that if you're the reader, say that again. If you're the reader, you have to read.
it.
Could we say, instead of it, you have to read the words. You have to read the words. But wait a second. How many of you in here are writers? Anybody a writer?
Everybody.
Wait. Excellent answer. Who just said everybody? Do you, Jake, want to try being like this author? Do you want to try making us read your words? Are you brave enough, Jake? Do you want to? Oh, you know what? Hold on 1 second. On 3, we're ready. 1, 2, 3. Maybe Jake doesn't want to do it alone. Are there any other authors in here? Wait a second. Okay, here's what you can do. Start, let me think for just a second. If I was the author and I wanted to make my readers say something. Oh, you know what I'd make them say? I just thought of my idea. Hold on. I think I have paper. Hold on. Oh, I do. Luckily, I have paper. So if I was the author and I was going to make you read something, because I'm the writer, you know what I would make it say? Hold on. Those aren't my words. Whose words are those? Can I copy those? Wait a second. I'm so glad you did that, because those, can we copy this author and say those words? Can we copy that author? No, we have to make up our own words. So you know what I'm going to do? On 3, we're set. 1, show me that you're ready before I get to 5. 2, 3. I want you to have to say this. My idea is, Mrs. Helga is great. Say it with me.
Mrs. Helga is great.
So wait, let me write it down. Hold on. Mrs. Helga. Let me go back and reread. Mrs. Helga is great.
Crazy.
Now, could you write that?
Yes.
You sure could. And would we have to read it?
Yes.
You bet. Right now you have to read mine though.
Mrs. Helga is great.
Who wants to try it? But wait, hold on. Did I hear somebody say Mrs. Helga is that was so smart. McKenna said, McKenna, help me spell your name really fast.
M-A-K-E-N-N-A.
So McKenna said, and what did you say again, McKenna?
Then you have to listen to the words that the author wrote.
You have to
Read it.
Okay, so you
Have
have
to
to
read it.
read.
The
Wait,
word.
McKenna is doing the talking here, right? So McKenna, you tell me again. McKenna said you have to read.
The words.
Let's play with it. What would it be? Words or book?
Words.
Words. So McKenna, go back again. You have to read the words. Is that it, McKenna?
No.
Oh, there's more? Put your eyes on the teacher right now.
You have to put. McKenna said you have to read the words that the author wrote.
So you have to read the words that
The author. That's how it goes.
the author wrote. Is that the end, McKenna?
Yes.
So now, to stop our readers, what do I put there? I'll put a period right there. So now, we have to read McKenna's words. Are you ready? Here we go. McKenna said you have to read the words that the author wrote. Do you think you could write some words?
Yes.
And we have to write them?
Yes.
Not write them. We
Read
have
them.
to read
Read
them.
them.
Let me see who's ready to try it.
Everybody has to read.
But wait, the kids that are ready would show me, first of all, 5 things. They would have their back straight and a smile on. Now, I will make one rule. You can't use any school words that aren't okay for school. They have to be okay for school. Can you handle that? Can you use bad words? Can you use icky words for school? No, they have to be words that are okay for school. Anybody want to try it?
Yes.
All right, then I'm looking for kids that are set. When you get a piece of paper, I want you to right now be thinking of your idea. Do you know what you're going to write? Be thinking of your idea. Turn and tell your friend what you're going to write. And when you're ready to do the writing, raise your hand. Okay, ready to do the writing? Do you have your idea? Go get busy. You ready? You have your ideas? You have your ideas? Not yet? Keep thinking. Ready?
I can see the picture. Aha!
Oh, I have no paper because it looks like you guys have some ideas.
24.
24 of us?
23.
Perfect.
24.
And we should be good, Mrs. Pinky.